So I'd love to kind of get an understanding. Like typically we kind of really zone in on some of the challenges and the hurdles that you faced, which you've started to kind of cover there. I'm even wondering both from your own perspective as well as maybe from the perspective of some of like your customers that you help, some of the common like challenges and the struggles that you face kind of getting up and running.
Absolutely. Gosh, I would say the number one thing, and this is true for me and for most of our customers, is and we have our like four kind of rules that address this. The first is, done is better than perfect. So I found myself, getting into this loop of thinking, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. It's still not good enough. I still have to keep improving it, keep refining before the public can see it. And my really good friend, Tara Reid, loves this quote of, if you launch, you'll know that you've launched I'm going to mess this up. You know that you've launched too late if you're not embarrassed by what you put out. So if you're embarrassed by what you're putting, you're like slightly hesitant, embarrassed, then you know you're right on time. And so what I think a lot of people face is thinking their program, their offering, their course, their graphics, their brand, their website, all that has to be perfect before showing themselves to the world. And the reality is that's not true. One thing I love about being in this online space is this shift from the physical world. Think about bringing a product to market. It's on a shelf, which means the iteration you put out into the market, you can't change it. Like once it's on the shelf, it's done, which is why so much money, time, investment goes into putting that thing on the shelf. Because once it's done, it's done. So it kind of does have to be quote unquote perfect, right? In the digital world, it's all about iterating. So that's why done is better than perfect works so well for us. And that's why we can ship things and get them out quickly. Like in our program, we, teach you how to pre-sell your course. So you can get something out the door in 2 weeks because you just need to identify what's my story, what's my offer, what's my price. Set up a platform. You have a great coaching offer and platform that allows for this. Set it up really quickly to collect payments. Boom, you have people in 2 weeks. So that's the beauty of the online world. So what I would say to people is to remember, like, we are so blessed to be in a time where we don't have to raise the millions of dollars, spend millions of dollars to get the perfect thing on the shelf, on the physical shelf. We can just pre-sell it, know our story, put it out there, and have, a few $1,000s in just like a couple weeks because of the digital world we're in. So that's probably the biggest hurdle that we see stop people.